Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. Let's have a little bit of a gossip session, you and me and thee and me, using my two trip and wait tarot decks, which does mean this is the extended cards. So it does mean that, with some cards there's 3, 4, 4 of the one card. So the trip and wait tarot and the trip and wait extras. I don't know if this is actually still available for purchase, so I do apologize if you like the deck but you can't find it. I bought mine, 5 years ago, something along those lines. So keep an eye out. And if you get, if you do find where you can purchase it, then grab it if it grabs your attention. Okay, but it does mean it's, there's a lot of cards, so it's a bit tricky to shuffle, so I sort of tend to just separate the deck and shuffle in segments and then put them all together. Okay, so a bit of a gossipy session. Why not? Because what's happened is that the regime, the Orange Idiots regime, is going off its banana, going off its rocker. Absolute nightmare situation for them in the inner circle, because John Ossoff, you've got to love John Ossoff, referenced the Orange Idiot's mysteriously close relationship with young Natalie. Now, I don't think, I'll just call her Natalie. We know who we're talking about. And yeah, tied herself to this devil energy, trying to reject, very much was trying to stay behind the scenes in the shadows, but very publicly being outed. So what happened? Ossoff questioned the relationship at an Atlanta rally. He basically says he golfs and trades stocks. This is John Ossoff. He golfs and trades stocks. See, he doesn't want to do the job. He wants to build a ballroom and travel with Natalie. On their apparently defensive flying plane gifted by by Qatar, and the crowd apparently broke into applause, and now the White House is going off their rocker. Now, apparently the felon put something out on Untruth Social, or said it, or whatever he did, calling Ossoff Pee Wee Herman. When he's name calling, you know that he's got absolutely nothing. And then you've got Stephen Chung coming out and calling him John Jack Off. Oh, hilarious. Oh God, these people, they are just so disgusting. But yeah, they've really gone on, launched the attack, and an attack that has gone beyond what was actually said by Ossoff. Chung has come out and basically said Ossoff is a cringeworthy feminine theatre kid cosplaying as Obama, blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, that was Davis Ingle. So this was another one launching homophobic insults at Ossoff. Chung is pretty much calling him a Democrat. Oh, please. Calling Ossoff a radical extremist and a ever cantankerous CUCK loser, blah, blah, blah. So obviously it's hit a real nerve. And they're backlashing on it. So let's keep the name in the public view. Apparently, Harp's own brother told the Daily Mail that the relationship between Harp and the Orange Idiot was very unhealthy. And Haberman and Swan, in their book Regime Change, put out that apparently the Orange Idiot, Harp left the Orange Idiot what amounted to love letters in, places where he would find them. Oh, it's just So let's have a look and keep the gossip out there, because boy, oh boy, somebody might find themselves out in the cold in this, what is pretty much a tower moment. So John Ossoff has put it out there, a nightmare tower moment for the White House. John Ossoff has put it out, and the inner circle, yeah, they are convening to try and find a way to deal with this. So let me keep reading. So oh gosh, we've got the moon, we've got the lunar eclipse coming up, we've just had a solar eclipse, the secret. It's just in full public view. Now, apparently Melania can't stand Harp. From the gossip I've heard, oh gosh, there's that inner circle convening again, still convening. Melania can't stand Harp and has pretty much checked out. You want them, you can have them type scenario. So the gossip mill is running overtime. Let's have a look. Come on down just a little bit. Oh, volatile information coming forward, back up against the wall, and the opportunity literally dripping through the fingers, and ending with the World card and the orange idiot there himself. More information coming out. Sorry, I'll bring you right down. More information coming out potentially around the lunar eclipse, but this is being revealed. Secrets being revealed. Emotionally overwhelming. Off the cliff. Vascular event. See you later with the death card. So pressure in regards to Natalie Harp. See, I get the feeling she's his emotional support person. Let me put it that way. I was going to say blanket, but that's just a bit. I think she's like, nobody likes him. He doesn't trust anybody. She's the only one that he potentially feels that he can trust. But the gossip is out there round the coolers. Let me have a look. The gossip about Natalie Harp and the orange idiot. How's it being received by the public? Oh, gossip around the water cooler. Two of Cups there. The star being on full display again. The two cups pouring. You've got the World card, something being brought to an end, and you've got the Devil card. You've got the Empress card. So I think the Empress, I think that is Harp. She's his nurturer. She's tied herself to him through an unhealthy relationship. I suspect she probably had issues growing up. Perhaps usually it comes from that. But yeah, she's the nurturer. She's the one that looks after him. It might be coming to an end. The Death card. She might be. Okay, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Looking at the options there, the inner circle again, looking at the options, and out. See you later. Ten of Swords. On the back foot, trying to defend the position. She has been enjoying this life of luxury in her gilded cage with that Nine of Pentacles, but then we've got the World again ending, and then we've got the water cooler. So we'll finish it there with the water cooler. Although we do have the Chariot and the White House, so she might be forced to move along. Okay. Let me have a look. The gossip around the water cooler, the inner circle. So as Natalie Harp, I'll just bring you down so you can see how I'm shuffling this much fatter deck. Oh, something emotionally overwhelming, feeling beaten up and bruised, and I think on the outside on the outside. There's like bars across there preventing her from getting in, turning into an absolute nightmare situation. So, yeah, she brings him balance and comfort. So is the inner circle. I'm not going to ask about what they actually get up to. I'm really not interested. I think she's out. Five of Pentacles on the out. I'm not interested in what she actually does for him. The Devil and the Four of Swords. Tied herself to this devil, but being forced to retreat. And the fact that she's forced to go might bring about, speed up an ending for him. Now that's my doorbell going off. I do apologize for that. So I'm going to call the Empress as Harp herself. An unexpected announcement coming out. Again, that devil. And being stopped. Being strung up. That's sacrifice. Let's have a look. Is the inner circle, and I'm talking about the inner circle is Wiles, Miller, Rubio, Cush, these ones. What's the inner circle? So the gossip around the water cooler, in the playground, at the school gate, it's on full. It's on full. Over book club wine, you name it. What's the regime going to do about it? The Wheel of Fortune. Something dramatic has to change. It is time and it has to change. Those that were on the top are going to find themselves on the bottom. And so change coming, massive change because of the overreach. The information that is getting out there that is just, it's too much. The information that is getting out is too much. They cannot get what they're planning home to safety. I'm not sure whether it's a church or a shed or whatever it is. They cannot get it to safety because it's just overwhelming with that Ten of Wands. You've got the Star card at the bottom, the narcissist, the Star. The narcissist wants what he wants. This is also very much about keeping things balanced by pouring water on the land and into the ocean, the emotional balance plus the physical balance. This is the energy it's stewing in. So they're at a bit of a crisis moment because Natalie Harp does keep him calm. She does do for him what needs to be done that nobody else wants to do. And she just keeps him balanced, but it's becoming with this gossip, it's too much. You've got the Page of Swords in the past, the young person, the intellectual young person flailing their sword, their wings are on. I suspect this was potentially her appointment in the past, or this could simply be a leak coming out of the White House. There's the devil at the top, tied to the devil. So what are the regime going to do about it? Sorry, I just have a sip of tea. Dandelion tea, speaking of livers, it's great for my liver. Tied to the devil energy, the addiction, the insanity. I mean, look at the googly eyes on that devil there. Those that are finding themselves trapped, they can take these chains off very easily from this attachment. They are voluntarily attached to this bigger than thou energy. So this isn't the felon. This is what he personifies, is the word that my guides are giving me. Okay. Yep, an unexpected announcement being made. You've got the Queen of Wands. Now, I do know some readers have the Queen of Wands as Natalie herself because of her birth sign, I suspect. But this could also be an internal strategy. You've got the all-seeing cat here. And restricting. So this may be in a reduced, because I did have her as the Empress before, but I'm wondering if this is her in a reduced role where she is kept restricted with that Eight of Swords. Emotionally restricted because you've got the water here, but also intellectually restricted and legally. Trying to keep things under wraps, under control, in the hopes and fears. It's almost like trying to keep a lid on the situation, trying to keep it pretty much under control as it spirals out here. Okay. Oh, feeling betrayed. Three of Swords. What are they going to do? Stab through the heart. Sacrificer with the Hanged Man, and this gift from the past, the naivety of the gift in the past, the Moon card. It's almost like overstepped her position, the Moon card. It's really devolving. Queen of Swords, an internal strategy. Trying to steal into camp. She might try and steal in or something. The Knight of Cups, an offer being made, and to bring it to an end. So she may fight back to stay in this position. She might be found sneaking in, but it's very quickly going to be brought to an end by the inner circle with that Three of Cups. Oh, on the bottom I've got the Four of Swords and the High Priestess. The secret's being revealed. There's some working together here. The Hanged Man, a second High Priestess, so sacrificed, second High Priestess. As information comes out, that is just dripping, going to drip through their fingers. It's like this is the information that's coming out. The polling that is done is going to show that this gossip coming out about Natalie Harp is really damaging their November chances. You've got the Fool and you've got the Fool. See you later, off the cliff. I mean, it's not just that's damaging their chances, but it might be amongst the die-hard base. This relationship is damaging their chances in November, or there's something there where it's been where they have to get rid of her. So what is Harp going to do? What is Harp going to do? Let me just put those back in the middle there and then get shuffling. What is Natalie Harp going to do? She gets told, clear out your desk and leave, by the inner circle again. Yes, sacrificed. Oh, that's the Star card. The Star wants what the Star wants, but she's going to be stopped. She might get paid to leave or something, but it's not about the money for her. Oh boy. Okay, what's Natalie Harp going to do? Well, the inner circle, they're going to sacrifice her. There's going to be this emotional overwhelming that occurs with the Ace of Cups. What's Natalie Harp going to do? The inner circle, she's going to be strung up. You might be moved to the side type thing, but just out of that position. And the emotional overwhelming, losing the plot. Let's have a look. What's Natalie Harp going to do? Well, she might head off a cliff. Okay, the Fool card. So we've got the inner circle. She's going to be sacrificed by those on the inner circle. This can be a new partnership coming forward or just emotionally overwhelmed. And then we've got the Fool off the cliff. La, 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 la. On the bottom, she knows the secrets, but let's see where this goes. The Lovers, ugh, yuck. I don't think they're actually having because he's not capable. It's not a physical relationship. It is, but it isn't. It's not that sort of physical relationship. It's a sort of like an emotional dependence relationship is what I get with it. Yeah. There's that Seven of Swords again, and there's that Hanged Man again, the sacrifice again. There's the Emperor, the younger woman, the gift, the naivete, and there's the Lovers again. I told you there's doubles on these. What's Natalie going to do about it? I think she might refuse to go. She maybe have to be forcibly removed, but he's going to cling on to her because she is his emotional support. With that Six of Cups, in his dementia, she is his emotional support, but she's becoming a liability for those on the inner circle. So yeah, the inner circle, they'll be looking at it differently, but I suspect they'll be sacrificing her. There'll be this real emotional carry-on, possibly from both her and the Orange Idiot and the Fool. It's just going to be foolish. You've got this elephant here carrying this bowl of eggs, trying not to break them as they're tightrope walking along the cliff. You've got the Lovers, you've got the, could be an attempted blackmail here because they know the inner circle, and it's like, go, clean out your desk. The Orange Idiot, because she's his emotional support blanket, wants her there. Oh, icky, 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 icky. What's the Orange Idiot going to do about it? If she's outed, because I think she's going to be. Oh, he's down. We've got the Magician, so the manipulation, but he's going to be down for the count. If she goes, it's going to absolutely exacerbate his condition. Let's have a look. What's going to happen if Natalie Harp, gossip, 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 is removed by the inner circle or taken out of his sphere of influence? What's the Orange Idiot going to do? There's the inner circle again. It's a different card. The inner circle, the Fool, the Hermit, trying to find a path forward as things go off the cliff. What's the Orange Idiot going to do? The Fool again. Like, foolish. He might recluse. He might recluse because she's not there to support him. The emotional support. There's the inner circle again. Natalie's on the outer. He's feeling unfairly picked upon, let me put it that way. The High Priestess, the Lovers, secrets being revealed about their relationship, and it's fast turning into a even more mental decline, and then we've got the Moon, and then we've got the vascular event. Oh, on the bottom, his health gone. His health gone, and I suspect, oh gosh, his health will just drip through his fingers. I get the feeling, strangely enough, the feeling I get is when they get rid of her, because it's not an if, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a when. because she's just become a liability. Oh, and as I split the deck, the Four of Swords, he is down. It's almost like life's not worth living anymore. Why should I? If you're going to, to the inner circle, he's going to feel betrayed by them. So therefore, he's not going to play their game anymore. It's just a real fallout waiting to happen. Now that's really interesting because I've often seen the infighting is going to bring about a downfall, and wasn't quite sure where the infighting was coming from. I mean, there's the infighting between JD and Rubio. They both want the job. You've got the infighting between Miller and Wiles happening. Levitt's gone, I'm out of here. Plus also some other head of Homeland Security or whatever he was, internal security. But this could be the trigger that causes the real ruckus occurring. Okay, keep her name in the news. Keep what's this relationship about in the news. Chat about it at the school gate, around the water cooler at work, over the wine at the book club. Absolutely. Keep it gossipy. Okay, catch you later. Bye-bye.